I'm Torrey Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're watching CITV.
Welcome to 2018 Plymouth Whitemarsh Varsity Boys Soccer Senior Night. This is number 15, Spencer Berg, also a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist.
Next we have center back number 13, Nico Dillman.
Here's center back number 13, Nico Dillman. Number 17, Evan Elgart.
His favorite song is Upper Echelon and Montecito by La Flame. His favorite sports team is the Tottenham Hotspurs. His favorite teacher is James T. Carr. Is escorted tonight by Kim and Russ Elgart. Next we have midfielder number 6, Ethan Goldman. His favorite
Number 6, Ethan Goldman. Number 4, John Higgins.
His favorite song, Mo Bamba. His favorite sports team is Manchester United. He enjoys running, sports with the boys. His favorite PW soccer memory is playing under the number 1 DJ in Trinidad. He is being escorted by Isabel and Sean Higgins. Midfielder, a captain, number 8, Thomas Hoy.
Number 8, Tommy Hoy. Number 5, Bibek Mokhtan.
His favorite food is Chick-fil-A meal with a medium Sprite. His favorite PW memory is warming up the bench while eating Scooby snacks. He admires Tay K, and he's being escorted by Barsha and Silu. Next, winger number 10, Jacoby Sandcroft.
Number 10, Jacoby Sandcroft.
His favorite class is media production. He enjoys soccer, track, and video games. And he aspires to graduate with a degree and a career job. He admires his father and Nessie. He's being escorted by Beth and George Sandcroft. Next we have wingback captain number 7, Andrew Strickland.
Number 7, Andrew Strickland.
His favorite food are waffles. His favorite sports team has to be the PWHS team. And his favorite PW soccer memory is being on the same field as Evan Vera. Who he admires has to be Tara, our manager. And he is being escorted by Debbie and Corey Strickland. We have winger and captain number 11, Richard Vion.
Here's number 11, Rich Vion.
His favorite class is bonus block. His favorite teacher is Miss Gold, followed by Mr. Magel. He admires his mom, and he's being escorted by Kim Vion. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your Plymouth Whitemarsh seniors.
Hello and welcome to another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Thursday, October 18th, 2018, under the lights at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School Stadium. For Suburban One American Boys Soccer, it's PW Senior Night, which features the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. Hatboro-Horsham in white, coached by Kyle McGrath. It is McGrath's 10th season at the helm. The Hatters this season 9-7-1 overall, 7-5-1 in the conference. That is good for third place as of now. The host Colonials 5-8-3 overall, 5-6-2 in the conference. That's 5th out of 8 in the conference at this point. The Colonials are coached by Ryan Brazick, who's in his first season. In the first half, it appears Hatboro-Horsham in white will be going left to right. Plymouth Whitemarsh in the dark blue going right to left. We'll have two 40-minute regulation halves. Hatboro-Horsham has won each of the previous 5 meetings against the Colonials. Each of the previous 4, Hatboro-Horsham won by 2-1 scores. Hatboro-Horsham coming off a 3-0 loss against Abington on October 16th. PW off a 4-0 win at Upper Moreland on October 16th. PW will do the opening kickoff to begin the game as Plymouth Whitemarsh beforehand honored 10 seniors. We are underway here in Plymouth meeting. Hatboro-Horsham going left to right and white. Will be kicked out. Will be a throw-in for Plymouth Whitemarsh. The last meeting between these two teams was September 25th in Hatboro. The Hatters won 2-1. This season, Hatboro 20 goals for, 21 against. PW 22 for, 27 against. And PW will get another throw-in going right to left. 39:20 to go in the opening half. No score between the Hatters and the Colonials. This is the 3rd season Hatboro-Horsham's in Suburban One American. One thing to keep an eye out for tonight is how tight of a game this might be. Hatboro-Horsham loves to keep it close. 14 of the Hatters' 17 matches this season have either been decided by a goal or ended in a draw. That is a high percentage. So chances are in this one we have a good one. 1 minute plus into the game, no score. Tommy Hoy out to Spencer Berg. Hoy and Berg are seniors. Now out to Nico Dillman, also a senior. It was John Higgins, a senior. Vivek Moncton. Matan, that is. Now Matan at midfield, that was out to Rich Vian. Now back to Hoy. Hoy last season played an instrumental part in getting PW to the District 1 4A playoffs. At this point, Hatboro-Horsham is number 19 in the District 1 4A rankings. PW number 32. The top 24 District 1 4A teams will make the playoffs, which are scheduled to start on October 23rd. Top 8 get first round byes. Right now, there would be 3 Suburban One American teams in the playoffs in District 1 4A. Upper Moreland at number 7 in the 3A rankings. The top 8, I believe, in that classification make the playoffs. Springfield Township, number 10 in 3A. 2.5 minutes in. Hatboro-Horsham 0, PW 0. That is Connor Smith in goal today for the Colonials. Last season, he scored goals. Was not the goalie. He was a converted goalkeeper. Now reverted back to defending the goal. A good back pass there from Andrew Strickland to the sideline. Vian. There's Nico Dillman. Evan Elgart's going to have to run after it, but fortunately there's Connor Smith, who has made some decisions that weren't as good as others. There was a time this season in which he actually kicked the ball to the opposing team, and that opposing player was able to bang it home into the back of the net for a goal. That was Max Stahl of Springfield Township in a 3-1 loss to the Spartans on October 2nd. Now heading to the Hatboro end. Hatboro in white. With it now, here's Andrew Hurrell, one of, I believe, 14 seniors for Hatboro. Last season, the Hatters were the Suburban 1 American champs at 11-2-1 in conference play, got the number 4 seed in District 1 4A, but got upset in the second round by number 13 Kennett, 2-1. I believe Kennett qualified for the state postseason. Now we're 35-44 to go in this opening half. Hatboro in white, none. PW in dark, none. Spencer Berg out there to Strickland. Now run after. The tussle with Jake Weiss. Number 8 in white. Throw in for Berg, who was a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. So he is a player and a scholar. And it'll be ruled PW throw-in 5 minutes into the match. PW has scored in 2 consecutive matches. Now the cross. Now out to Ethan Goldman, a senior. PW going right to left. Higgins. And we'll cross it out of play. Hatboro will throw it in. So Kyle McGrath, the head coach of Hatboro, 10th season. 78, 87, and 16. If you combine Suburban 1 Continental and American conferences during McGrath's tenure, 57, 70, and 12 in conference play. And will be a throw-in here for the Hatters. And Hatboro has defeated PW 4 times in a row by 2-1. 34-17 to go in the first half. Hatboro-Horsham nothing, PW nothing. Throw in for the box, headed there by Elgart. Now out, I believe, to Ryan Cole. And now Jacoby Sandcroft, a senior. Sandcroft spending a couple of years here on the varsity program. Now PW at midfield, Tommy Hoy. Trip for Hatboro's number 9, Cole, and there's no call. Vian. Now there's Andrew Hurrell against Evan Elgart. Elgart also a bowling team. And it'll be a whistle, and it'll be Plymouth Whitemarsh getting a spot kick here. 33-17 to go in the opening half. No score. Now that is Matt Harmon. But now here's Sandcroft crossing off there for Andrew Strickland. Trying to cross it to Spencer Berg. And that was a hard hit there. Looks like that's Caleb Hudson, number 36 for Hatboro-Horsham. I believe he's listed as a freshman, but taking a hit like he is a veteran. It looks like it's Zach Kim with the near sideline free kick, the goalkeeper in the lime green going left to right for Hatboro-Horsham. And that's another foul against Plymouth Whitemarsh. So this appears to be the final match of the season for Plymouth Whitemarsh, which made the postseason last year. The Colonials have made it in 4 of the last 5 seasons. Now free kick here for, I believe, Ryan Cole. Connor Smith needs to be alert in front of the goal. Cole will take it directly. It's through the goal posts. But since this is not an American football game, it will be a goal kick or goal throw for Smith. Smith took it out quickly. Now, 8 minutes plus into the match. Hatboro-Horsham 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. PW in the dark blue, Hatboro-Horsham in the white. This is the first season PWA has implemented the home team wearing solid colors and the road team wearing white. Elgart near his own end. Now here to Nico Dillman. Spencer Berg. Berg dribbling on the sideline. Tried to feed it off. He gets it back. He spins. Now that's out to Ryan Cole of Hatboro-Horsham. Plymouth Whitemarsh reading it well. Now Sandcroft at midfield. Jacoby Sandcroft there. Tommy Hoy. Good feed to Rich Vian. Andrew Strickland. 9+ minutes into the match. Strickland trying to find an opening. Here's Andrew Strickland against Victor Bukafari. And it will be, I believe, a corner, possibly for the Colonials. That will be the first of the match. As we are 9 minutes and 40 seconds in. And now the kick is over the goal. And it looks like we have another corner maybe. Sandcroft might take it. Plymouth Whitemarsh doing well so far. I'm being aggressive. We are now 10 minutes into the match. Hatboro-Horsham and PW scoreless. Sandcroft. Kicked there by the Hatters. Hatboro-Horsham with a win or a tie will most likely lock up a playoff spot. Plymouth Whitemarsh trying to play possible spoiler and win its third straight match. In fact, at one point this season, the Colonials lost 6 in a row, had been outscored 13-3 during that stretch. That was from September 3rd to October 9th when PW lost 6 in a row, including 3 straight shutout losses. They were all on the road, though. Plymouth Whitemarsh has actually scored a goal in 22 consecutive home matches. So PW looking to make it 23. And Hatboro will let that one go for Hatter throw-in with under 29 minutes to play in the first half. This is the final day for Plymouth Whitemarsh. For both boys soccer and girls soccer, the varsity girls soccer team lost at Hatboro-Horsham earlier on this October 18th, 1-0. Oh, what a stop there by Zach Kim. Kim, a senior, takes it to midfield. That was intended for Andrew Hurrell. It was intended there for Matt Harmon. Instead, PW read it. Berg. Now out to Goldman. Andrew Strickland. Now Strickland trying to run ahead. Smart move out of play there by Victor Bukafari. Short throw in for Berg. Tommy Hoy. Goldman. But intercepted there by J.D. Mullender. Mullender can score. But now here is Andrew Hurrell. A PW able to defend with Elgart. 1 against 2. And that will be forced to the sideline. Should be PW with the throw-in. And it will be Nico Dillman. And that is not a good cross there to Ryan Cole. Hurrell. Oh, good stop. But now here's Matt Harmon. Up top there for Tyler Bohm. It was an inside attempt to Caleb Hudson, and it will be a goal kick for Connor Smith. 27 minutes to go in the first half. Hatboro-Horsham in white 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh in dark 0. We have whistles. It will be a goal kick for Smith. Not the only goalkeeper whose last name is Smith the last handful of years. 4 years ago, the goalie for Plymouth Whitemarsh was Shane Smith, who had a very powerful leg, could get it about 70 yards if you wanted. 2014 was PW's lone season with a district quarterfinal berth. That was back when it was the free A classification. Only 4 teams made the state tournament. Whitemarsh lost in the quarterfinals as a 5 seed to 4 Central Bucks East 2-1 in overtime. PW would have won that game, would have been a state tournament participant. From midfield there, I believe Jake Weiss. Oh, I believe Smith is there. A lot of white, a lot of blue. And that is a good take there. For the sidelines for Berg, who will take it to chest, now his foot. Now Goldman, back to Dillman. Berg tried to cross it off. That is taken by J.D. Mollender. Now Kim to midfield, under 26 minutes to play in the first half. Hatboro-Horsham lost its last match 3-0. Abington already wrapped up. Abington has already wrapped up the Suburban One American title in its first season in Suburban One American after many years in Suburban One National. I believe entering October 18th, Abington's lone loss on its schedule was to Wissahickon. Now the midfield, PW in blue trying to go right to left with 25 minutes to go in the first half. Berg bumping into Tyler Bohm. Now back to Spencer Berg. Dillman. Now to Vion. Back to Dillman. Dillman finds Evan Elgart. Last season, PW had 53 goals for, 29 allowed. Right now, PW 22 for, 27 allowed. The Colonials trying to win 3 matches in a row for the first time since October 16th, 18th, and 24th of last season. And a win here would be a nice way for the seniors to win their varsity careers. Sandcroft Hoy. Hoy gets bumped. We have a whistle. And I believe PW is going to get the ball. I don't know if it was in the box. It will be just a few yards outside the 18 from the key. You got Hoy, Strickland. You got Hoy and Strickland there. 23:37 to go in the first half. Now we'll take his time. Tommy Hoy. Tommy Hoy might take it directly. Here's Hoy. It's off the wall. Good formation there by the Hatters. And it'll be cleared out of play, I believe, by Ryan Cole. Hatboro did a good job on the wall. PW will make a few substitutions. Dillman is out. So is Higgins. Goldman will also take a seat. Max Lubis is in. Chad McNally, number 16, in. Eric Luba, number 9, in dark blue with under 23 minutes to go in the first half. Jacoby Sandcroft. The cross in. Strickland. Back to Sandcroft. Denied there, I believe, by Tyler Bohm. McNally. Max Lubis, a junior. Out to Elgart. The sideline for Spencer Berg. Hoy now back to Berg. Trying to read it is Vion. And it will go against the Colonials. 22:12 to go in the first half. Hatboro-Horsham 0. Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. Suburban One Sports is the Suburban One League's premier high school sports authority, providing athletes and fans the latest sports news, scores, and photos. Visit Suburban One Sports online at www.suburbanonesports.com. Brandon Mullen now trying to run after it. He keeps it in play. Mullen now, and good job there for Smith keeping it in play. Could have trickled over the end line. Throws it there to Vion. Rich Vion. Up to Luba. 21-27 to go in the first half. We're close to halfway through our opening half. Again, Hatboro-Horsham has won each of the previous 4 meetings, all by 2-1 scores. Hatboro-Horsham has won 5 in a row against the Colonials. Berg will go out in Tom Kraft. Also in will be Kevin Shee. And also taking a seat, Bibik Matan. It was nice for Ryan Brazic to allow seniors to get extended playing time. Those few players, Matan, Berg, don't usually get a lot of time. Might not be the end of those players for tonight, depending on how this game shapes as we progress. 20-25 to go in the first half. Still no score. Now there's Matt Harmon of Hatboro. There was a kick there by Francesco Moyo. And it will go out of play. Throw in for Evan Elgart. So Ryan Brazic is the head coach, assisted by Rich Madel. Madel announced the senior night festivities on the public address microphone. Now here's Matt Harmon. Elgart does a good job. Here's She. We're sorry for any mispronunciations at any point. And that's read there by Mallender. J.D. Mollender. And guarded by Eric Luba. Mollender. And that should be easy pickings for Smith, who will throw it. Good roll to the sideline. PW's got to keep that in. Strickland. Tussling with White. There is a uniform 50 on the field for Hatboro-Horsham in there. Michael Cordero. Now out to Lubis. Rich Vion. Vion enhancing ahead. That is out for Tom Kraft. He's on the sideline. 18:44 to go in the half. Still no score. Sandcroft. Jacoby Sandcroft dribbles. Feed in for She. And it will be ruled against PW. And it will be Ryan McMorris coming in for Ryan Cole for Hatboro-Horsham, and it will be a goal kick for Zach Kim. 18:16 to go in the first half. Hatboro-Horsham and White 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh and Dart 0. Plymouth Whitemarsh field hockey and volleyball are done for the regular season. Congratulations to Sealy Byler and the Lady Colonials volleyball team on winning their 3rd consecutive Suburban One Continental American title. Now here's a good feed to the side, and it's wide left. Too close for comfort of his, I believe, Matt Harmon, who put it wide left, and it'll be a goal kick for Connor Smith. Also, congratulations to Sharice Holtman and Plymouth Whitemarsh varsity field hockey. 53 consecutive Suburban One American wins, 6 straight conference title, and the field hockey team waits its fate, has a chance of cracking the top 4 right now, tussling out with Owen J. Roberts for 4th and 5th. The seeding meeting for field hockey is happening as this game is taking place. So we might know by the end of this match where the PW field hockey team could be standing or playing. And it will be possession for Hatboro-Horsham with under 17 minutes to play in the first half. Another thing to note, Plymouth Whitemarsh has allowed a goal in 7 consecutive home matches. PW has not shut out an opponent in Plymouth meeting this season. In last season's final home game, which was a 2-0 playoff win over Abington as a 15 seed over the 18 Ghosts, the first round of districts, that is. Finished the home slate with a shutout. Would like to get another one here, perhaps. Headed there. Hatboro-Horsham. Can't read it there. Andrew Hurrell. Oh, there's a trip. Got to be careful of a potential card. That's J.D. Mallender taking a tumble. If a player gets a yellow card, the player will have to sit out for 5 minutes per the 5-minute sit out. John Higgins is on the sideline waiting to check back in for PW. He's number 4 in dark blue. 15.5 minutes to go in the half. Trying to head it there. Smith! Wow, what a dive! Denying the Hatters the score. That one looked like it was heading right to the left corner. What a save to deflect it out. And it will be a corner for Hatboro-Horsham. So PW with a couple of corners. The Hatters here with one. And Smith is there. Juggles a little bit. He'll now throw it out. Wow, what a throw. Here's Sandcroft hustling and bustling on the sideline. Under 15 minutes to play in the first half against the 2017 Suburban 1 American winners, Hatters. Now the cross there. The shot to the right side by Chad McNally is riding right. The PW faithful on the bleachers applauding the effort. PW doing very well on both ends, but no one has capitalized and cashed in. Evan Elgart takes a seat and gets high-fived on the sideline. Kim with the long leg. And that's out here to the Colonials. It's Vion. Now the sideline, there was Strickland. Now out there to Vion. Trying to get across there, but that's out to nothing but White. The Hatters are on it. Mallender. Now Lubis for PW, but that's out instead to Brandon Mullen. Where the Hatters now to the sideline. Oh, that's an opportunity. There's a trip. No call. It looked like Matt Harmon had where he wanted to be, but PW's able to get all ball. And that's another good example of a positive defensive sequence. Approaching 13 minutes to go in the first half. Still no score. And it'll be a throw-in for the Hatters. Kicked there by Ryan McMorris. Out of play. PW throw-in. PIAAD1.org, your online source for information regarding PIAA District 1. Get up-to-date rankings and schedules, tournament brackets, power ranking system breakdowns, and championship histories for each sport with district playoffs since 2013. For more information, visit www.piaad1.org. Kevin Shee tried to feed it off to Sandcroft. She is tripped. Whistles are silent. Max Lubis passed it off there to Eric Luba for PW. There's Strickland. Chest bumping the Hatter. Incidental contact. Strickland. But no man's land. It's out to Matt Harmon of the Hatters. Josh Luke. And now Luke. Lubis needs the hug around him. Oh, this is dangerous there for Malin. There's a trip. Out of play. Trying to act it out well. Be a throw-in for Hatboro-Horsham. Inside there for McMorris. Now there's Sandcroft trying to clear. Midfield with 11.5 minutes to go in the opening half, and still 0-0 Hatboro-Horsham and PW. Luba will kick it to Smith. Smith will kick it toward the sideline for Tom Kraft. W needs to get out of its end. Kraft. Trying to be crafty right now. But that's taken away by Tyler Bohm. Now out to Matt Harmon. Back to J.D. Mollender. Mollender against McNally. Mollender tussling. He trips. And he wants to call and can't get it. Whistles have been quite silent. But there's a push there. Can't be silent that time. Free kick. About 40 plus yards out. It will be by Jake Weiss, the sophomore for Hatboro-Horsham, number 8, in white and red letters and numbers. Bimek Maktan will be one of a few Colonials to check back in. Trying to keep it in play. Oh, wow. It was actually ruled out, and it will be PW with the goal kick. So 3 Colonials are in. Ryan Cole, number 9, back in white for Hatboro-Horsham. Looks like coming out is number 27, Brandon Mallon. 9:57 to go in our opening half. Hatboro-Horsham nothing, PW nothing. To the sideline, PW in dark, going right to left. McNally. Bumped into a Hatter. I believe that's Cole. Tyler Bohm. Max Lubis is there. Close to the sideline. Headed there by Ryan McMorris of Hatboro. This is Hatboro's 3rd year in Suburban 1 American. 9 wins in conference play 2 years ago. Last year, 11 in the conference. Right now, 7-5-1 in Suburban 1 American. In the previous 7 seasons before that, did not have any more than 6 in conference play. As a member of Suburban 1 Continental. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Looking the sideline in PW territory, Colonials look to clear. Ricochet that was out of play by number 11, Josh Luke of Hatboro-Horsham. A few more substitutions. Elgart will be back in. I believe. Wonder if Kevin Shee will take a seat. Is out to Max Lubis. Midfield for Sandcroft, headed by Michael Cordero of Hatboro. There's Sandcroft. Out to Nico Dillman, a senior. NPW with 10 seniors. I think Hatboro-Horsham has 14. Now it's to the other end. Kick to the sideline, and Elgar can't keep it in. There will be a throw-in for Hatboro-Horsham with under 8 minutes to play in the first half. We have 2 40-minute regulation halves scheduled here. We have throw-in for Andrew Hurrell. Now that's in the box, headed by Elgart. So that's a positive play for the Colonials, looking to clear midfield. Hatboro-Horsham lost plenty of talent from last year's squad that finished 14-3-2, 11-2-1 in the conference. That lost to Kennett in Hatboro in the second round. There were a few upsets in the second round in District 1 4A last year. Number 3 North Penn was also taken out. Hatboro-Horsham was number 4. Now Sandcroft. And that is Deflected by the Hatters. Lubis slides. All ball. Lubis into the air. Good save there by Vion. Rich Vion goes to the sideline with a left foot over the goal. And it'll be a goal kick for Zach Kim. And the Hatters with 6:26 to go in the first half. Colonial Elementary School 5th grader Willie Warrig was selected to compete on American Ninja Warrior Jr., a new reality television show on the Universal Kids Network. American Ninja Warrior Jr. is a spin-off of the popular American Ninja Warrior and Ninja vs. Ninja programs. Appearing as Willie from Philly, Willie's episode will air on the Universal Kids Network on Saturday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. Should be a fun thing to watch. And good luck, Willie. Kicked in the sideline there by Connor Smith. Now to Vion. Sandcroft at midfield. 5:40 to go in the first half. We're still looking for one to hit the back of the net. To the sideline, it's out of play by PW. Hatboro-Horsham ball. This is actually a makeup broadcast we were originally not scheduled to do. PW Boys Senior Night. However, when we were originally scheduled to do our previously scheduled boys soccer contest, which was October 11th against Upper Dublin, we didn't do it due to the threat of thunder. It's chilly in the 40s. Spencer Berg is back in for the Colonials. Coming out, John Higgins. Also out, Rich Vion. And it will be out of play. Hatboro-Horsham throw-in from the sideline where opposing football teams here at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School would throw. Or stand, that is. Now, an opportunity headed down by Elgart. Oh, beautiful kick midfield by Max Lubis. Hatboro-Horsham trying to read. No trip for Bohm. Strickland tussling with Jake Weiss. Across to midfield. Elgart, good stop. Evan Elgart is there for Dielman. But kicked out by Francesco Moyo. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the first half. Hatboro-Horsham 0, PW 0. More substitutions. In and out, including Kyle McGrath's squad. Chad McNally now to midfield. Now Hatboro will take it to the sideline. Mallon. Possession, Hatboro-Horsham. Brandon Mallon now. Braden Mallon, that is. Braden Mallon. But it's Elgart. Tommy Hoy. Now the Colonials would have wished they had Gavin Hendrick, who graduated last school year, back on the field. He's the go-to scorer. Sandcroft now on the Hatboro end. Trying to go inside. Strickland is there. Hatboro's able to get it close to midfield, but Elgart read it well. Elgart. Now out to Bibic Mokhtan. Mokhtan got a deflection. It should be a corner for the Colonials. Beautifully done by number 5 in dark blue. With the third corner for PW. 2:50 to go in the first half. We're still waiting for a goal. Games can end in scoreless draws. PW hasn't had a scoreless draw since 2013 against guess who? Hatboro-Horsham. Now there's Sandcroft. The header is to the side, but still in play, and that is off of Hatboro again. I believe that was off of Moya. So another corner for the Colonials. So PW essentially gets a redo. Now headed. Oh, what a save. Diving up and grabbing it is Kim. And he quickly kicks it to midfield, but right there was Dillman. And PW has not defeated Hatboro-Horsham since September 19th, 2015, 1-0 as a non-league foe. Austin Betterly had a penalty kick with 9 minutes to go in the second half. Now for Strickland. Out to Sandcroft. Couldn't read it. Matan. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Headed down. Taken there by McMorris. PW will tap it out to Smith. To the side. Lubis tripped a bit, but Elgart was there. Now back to Lubis. He's got to hurry. That's off Spencer Berg. He'll tap it out to Smith, who will take it toward the sideline, but read there by the Hatters, Ryan McMorris. Now we got a minute to go in the first half. No score. Mallon! What a save! For Smith. Denied Braden Mallon. Now under a minute to play, Nico Dillman. Evan Elgart will keep it in. Now out to Andrew Strickland. But looked like it was taken. Trip there for Jake Weiss. Now here's Andrew Hurl with 30 seconds to go in our opening half. Hatboro 0, PW 0. Andrew Strickland will quickly tie his shoe. He's walking very awkwardly, but now he is back up. Now 17 seconds left. Headed there. Now Strickland, 7 seconds. You got to go quickly. 5 seconds in the first half. Sandcroft, and that will do it. A lot of good chances, but we have yet to see anyone put it to the back of the net. After 40 minutes, it's Hatboro-Horsham in white, 0. Plymouth Whitemarsh in dark, 0. Stay tuned. We have 40 more minutes of regulation to go on CITV. Don't go away. Welcome back to Forever One American Boys Soccer on CITV. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We're now in the beginning of the second half. It's Hatboro-Horsham in white, nothing. Plymouth Whitemarsh in dark, nothing. First half, a lot of good chances. PW had 4 corners. Hatboro had a corner opportunity. We have 30 seconds into the second half of so far the scoreless affair. Now there's an opportunity denied by Smith. Looked like it was an opportunity for Tyler Bohm, and it'll be a corner for the Hatters out of the gate. Hatboro-Horsham in white in the second half going right to left. PW in the dark blue, left to right. So we are now 41 minutes out of 80 into the contest. And if we are tied up when the final horn sounds in the second half, we would go to overtime. It's getting colder. Wouldn't want that. And Smith is going to be there to take it up on his own. About a minute and a half into the second half, no score. PW now looking to cross midfield for the first time, but can't. J.D. Mallender off for the Colonials. Now the Colonials with a chance. Chad McNally. PW 5-6-2 in the conference, 5-8-3 overall. Hatboro-Horsham 9-7-1 overall, 7-5-1 in the conference. The Hatters looking to get 10 wins overall for the third straight season. Two minutes into the second half still. Hatboro-Horsham 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. Colonials now with the throw-in. And this is the final regular season match for both teams. Tommy Hoy now for PW. He is one of 10 PW seniors. It's Plymouth Whitemarsh senior night. PW probably wanted it to be at least 10, 20 degrees warmer. But since it's October 18th, we're in fall. Haven't gotten our first frost yet, but might not be much longer until that first frost appears. 37-17 to go in regulation. Free kick from midfield for the Hatters. It's a long kick. Dangerous there. Max Lubis, but that was instead to Francesco Moyo. Now an opportunity for Cole. That was too dangerous. Man, that is too close for comfort. Al Smith was able to be there. It's amazing. PW looking to regroup. Strickland able to keep it in. Referee gets out of the way. Eric Lubis will try to kick it as far as he can. Not red there for Rich Vion, but able to in the side for Tom Kraft, who keeps it in. Now PW in Hatboro territory. Now it's Rich Vion. Tommy Hoy. Vion. PW in dark. The home team going left to right. Now trying to center. Hoy able to get after it. Oh, that's a trip. Where's the call? Oh, there's the call. Bangs his hand onto the field. That is J.D. Mollender. Mollender fortunate he wasn't carded. Now trying to go inside the box. It is deflected. And it'll be a goal kick for Zach Kim. 35-40 to go in regulation. Hatboro-Horsham and Plymouth Whitemarsh still scoreless. Both of these teams this season have struggled getting on the board. Hatboro-Horsham has not scored 4 goals or more in a game this season. PW just coming off its first 4-goal performance, a 4-0 victory at Upper Moreland. PW hasn't recorded back-to-back shutouts since October 21st and 27th, 2015, 5-0 against Norristown, 1-0 against Unionville. The one against Unionville was the first round of District 1 3A playoffs. Throw in for the Hatters going right to left, headed by Matt Harmon. PW looking to read it. Lubis trying to keep it in for Sandcroft, that is headed instead by Mollender. Now McNally gets that read off by, I believe, Bohm. There's Tyler Bohm again for the Hatters. Now to Andrew Hurl. Now Ryan Cole. There was a cross there for Matt Harmon. Now the leg is out of play over the end line. And the Hatter trips. That was Mallon. Braden Mallon. He's okay. 34-13 to go in regulation. We're still waiting for one to go into the back of the net. This game could possibly go 100 minutes. But both teams wanted to end in the regulation 80. Andrew Strickland now. Good feed for Sandcroft. Good block there by Kim. What a job for Zach Kim. Another play to save the day at the moment. Ryan Brazek thought his team had a chance. PW was stopped by the netminder. Now 33-20 to go in regulation. Now Bohm. Kraft bumps into Bohm. It'll be a free kick from near midfield for the Hatters. Trying to win at least 8 conference matches for the 3rd straight season. Before 2016, couldn't get more than 6. Foul on the Hatters, so PW will get a goal kick from Connor Smith, who is a junior. Also enjoys scoring goals. But with the graduation of Blake Rosen and Pat Corpus last school year, Smith has focused on denying goals. Now feet to the sideline here for the Colonials. Tripped on his own feet. Toby Sandcroft gives his teammate a pat in the back, though. Say everything's okay. Strickland. Now the Colonials look to take care of it with 32 minutes to go in regulation. Hatboro-Horsham and PW still without goals. The sideline looks like Tom Kraft there. Now, Rich Vion. PW will give it up. It will be a throw-in for the Hatters. Those of you who are wondering, the Plymouth Whitemarsh Main Gymnasium West is now open. PW Volleyball recently participated in 2 matches there, went 2-0, straight set victories over Quakertown and Upper Dublin. At this point, the Plymouth Whitemarsh girls volleyball team hoping to get a first round bye so they can host a second round match at Plymouth Whitemarsh Main Gym West on October 25th. We kicked out a play. And it looks like it should be a throw-in for the Hatters. For Kyle McGrath's squad. Now it will be Andrew Hurl with the throw-in. Faithful here. Tuned in. Cole. And it looks like PW gets the friendly call. Goal kick. Connor Smith has been quick on the goal kicks. Throughout the season, he has made some decisions that the Colonials weren't really fond of. Now Hatters trying to take advantage here. Braden Mallon. Tyler Bohm. Bohm. Oh, there was a job well done for Lubas. Hatboro-Horsham slides and there was nothing on the ball. Strickland couldn't save it. 30 minutes to go in regulation. Plymouth Whitemarsh and Hatboro-Horsham here in Plymouth meeting on PW Senior Nights. Still scoreless. We got a good one. Hatboro-Horsham, number 19 District 1 4A, looking to solidify a district playoff spot for the 3rd straight year. 2 seasons ago, got knocked down in the first round as an 11 seed against number 22, Owen J. Roberts. There's a shot over the post there. Goal kick or goal throw for Zach Kim. Substitutions can be made. Eric Luba will check out, so will Evan Elgart. Nico Dillman is in as one of the Colonials. That's to midfield now. Now here comes Matt Harmon for the Hatters. He also has Ryan Cole in his sights. So does Mallon. Here's an opportunity. Pounced. And Smith will keep it in. He is not indecisive, that's for sure. Jacoby Sandcroft gets tripped. No call. Looks like it was all ball. 28:40 to go in regulation. Still zeros across the board. Tyler Bohm, junior midfielder. Michael Cordero. Nothing coming easy here. Good head there by Lubas. There's Tom Kraft. Trying to be crafty there against Braden Mallon. Matt Harmon. Hatboro-Horsham and White going right to left. And that's a swift kick there and easy pickings for Smith, who will take his time now. Kevin Shee looking to check back in. Jason Zablicki, number 5 for Hatboro and White, getting ready to check in as well. So we've been in the 53rd minute now. We're in the 53rd minute, still no score here at Plymouth Whitemarsh Stadium. Lubas does a good job keeping. It will be deflected out by Matt Harmon of Hatboro. Hatboro-Horsham the last 2 years got knocked out at home in district playoffs. Last year got a first round bye. Got bounced by number 13 Kennett as a 4 seed. Kennett Square. I believe Kennett Square is the mushroom capital. Now that's Jake Weiss, who tripped. Chad McNally leads it off to Strickland. Andrew Strickland against Cordero. Strickland against a sea of white. Strickland was wide left on the ground. Vivek Matan will come back in for the Colonials. Will come in for Tom Kraft. 26-24 to go in regulation. We're still waiting for someone to put one to the back of the net. Keep in mind, each of the last 4 meetings were Hatboro-Horsham 2, Plymouth Whitemarsh 1. PW and Hatboro-Horsham hasn't gone to overtime since September 20th, 2016. The Hatters won 3-2 in Hatboro. We kicked there by Victor Bucafari. There was Jason Zablicki. And Connor Smith awarded the goal kick, goal throw. The CITV YouTube channel, your online video source for sports, school board meetings, educational highlights, and more from the staff, students, and faculty of Colonial School District. Visit youtube.com and search Colonial Instructional Television. Strickland now, Sandcroft, kick to midfield. There's Nico Dillman, Andrew Strickland, Sandcroft, Jacoby Sandcroft. Now be kicked out of play by the Hatters, number 26, Tyler Bohm. Spencer Berg is in, so's Tommy Hoy. Ryan Brazek making sure his seniors get plenty of time. And they've done well in this one. So, as long as they're doing well, we'll let them continue to play. Kim will kick it past midfield. Headed there by Cole. Now here's Zaplicki. Now up to Harmon. Matt Harmon. Tussle there with Goldman. Ethan Goldman. Zaplicki. Trying to cross. He couldn't. Now that's out to J.D. Mollender. Mollender against Kevin Shee. Mollender trips. There was no call. Actually, that's a late whistle. It's a few seconds late. But give everyone a chance to breathe on a cold night. Could go down below 40 Fahrenheit. Here in Plymouth meeting. 24 minutes to go. Regulation. Sablicki will take it. There's a wall. Sablicki. Smith. Headed over. Another opportunity. And there you go. You play until the whistle blows. And it's a Hatboro goal with 23:38 to go. And Smith could not do anything to prevent that. And based on the way this game has gone, that might not be enough. So Hatboro-Horsham has scored, and that will mean that it will not be shut out in back-to-back games for the first time since 2015. Plymouth Whitemarsh has now conceded a goal in 8 consecutive home matches. So, 23.5 minutes to go. It's 1-0. Hatboro-Horsham, which really took advantage of that. Played until the whistle blew. The whistle never blew. Now another good opportunity for Sablicki. He trips. There's no call. Now Plymouth Whitemarsh looking to go quickly to tie it up. one point this season, PW failed to score in 3 straight games. None of them took place here in Plymouth Meeting. Colonials have scored in Plymouth Meeting in 22 straight home matches. Conference play, playoffs included, regular season and postseason. Connor Smith will throw it off. He wants PW to get back in it. He's a junior, but he wants this game for his seniors, his senior teammates. 22.5 minutes to go. Hatboro 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. The Hatters doing a much better job this second half. Well, here's a good opportunity, perhaps. Dillman, Tommy Hoy. These seniors for PW have not been shut out at home since September of 2016. It was 1-0 against Springfield Township. Sublicki is out and back in for the Hatters. Braden Mallon. Now here's Ethan Goldman. Elgart to Nico Dillman with under 22 minutes to play. Hoy. Can't read it. Here's Andrew Hurl. Braden Mallon. Dillman there, but that's right to J.D. Mollander. Boom. Boom wants this. Lubis smartly kicks it to the sideline with 21:14 to go in regulation. It's 1-0 Hatboro-Horsham on the goal with 23:38 to go, half 2. There were a lot of players mobbing each other after the goal. Connor Smith did not appear to play till the whistle blew. And could not do anything about that goal. Spencer Berg, Sandcroft. Sandcroft now going inside. Sandcroft, the feed was to Shee. Evan Shee. Now to go the other way. Could be a dangerous opportunity. Oh, what a job by Smith. The officials will give it to PW with 20:23 to go in the game. PW is trailing by 1. Plymouth Whitemarsh will continue to have it. Player down for Hatboro-Horsham. He will get up, so the clock will remain to count down. Will remain counting down. Now 20 minutes to go. Regulation 60 minutes in on PW Senior Night. Hatboro-Horsham 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh and Dark 0. Now going into the Hatboro box. Maybe trying to draw a corner. Player down. And PW could not convince the referees to call something against Hatboro. 19:40 now to go in regulation. McNally, Kraft, and Eric Luba on the sideline getting ready to check in for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Here on the Senior Night, this is our final regular edition of CITV Sports. Seem to have flied by quickly. Now Evan Elgart giving chase with Hatboro's Braden Mallon. Looking to give Hatboro a better advantage here. And Smith is able to dive. And then he'll throw the Berg. Sandcroft. Deflected, but Max Lubis is there. Now to Sandcroft, kicked out of play by Ryan Cole. Chad McNally, Eric Luba, Tom Crafton, Spencer Berg, Ethan Goldman. And Nico Dillman get high five from head coach Ryan Brezick and check out. 18:27 to go in regulation. Still plenty of time for Plymouth Whitemarsh, but a goal like that at 23:38 when the whistles remain silent could be enough. It's a prime example of you better play until the whistle sounds. Plymouth Whitemarsh now looking to clear. Luba, Tommy Hoy. Hoy will give it to Max Lewis. Elgart, Hoy. Believe he's on side, but Kim is there. Zach Kim able to get to it before Sandcroft had an opportunity. The next Colonial School District public business meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 22nd at 7 p.m., which we plan on bringing to you live on Colonial Instructional Television, Verizon Fios, and Comcast Cable Channel 28. It's also the same date as the first round of the District 1 3A Field Hockey Playoffs, with Plymouth Whitemarsh Field Hockey most likely would get a first round bye, wouldn't have to worry about playing that day. Now trying to clear the midfield out of play by, I believe, Lubas. Caleb Hudson will check back in for the Hatters. There'll be a throw-in for junior Michael Cordero of Hatboro-Horsham with 16:44 to play. We have the feeling that this one might not be over quite yet. And now Sandcroft would like to prove why. Kraft, but got tangled up. Sandcroft is able to get off his left foot. Sandcroft is tripped. And the fans love it. It will be a spot foul kick there. Hoy will be a re-kick. Clock will continue to run. That's to the sideline. In play. Out to Vion. And that is against the Colonials. It was a push. Colonials were trying to maybe get a free kick near the 18. It didn't work. 15:43 to go. Plymouth Whitemarsh about 15 and a half minutes away from being shut out at home for the first time since September 13, 2016. PW scored in every home match in 2017 and every home match up to this point this season. Colonials have been shut out 3 times. Substitution will be made. Kevin Shee will come out. PW should get the throw in here on its end. And PW in dark blue going left to right. The home team. Hatboro-Horsham, the visitor, in white, right to left. Hoy at midfield. 1 against 3. Sandcroft able to stop it. Sandcroft. That is deflected by Hatboro. Here's Tom Kraft. But that is taken by Cordero. Kraft is there. PW should be after it. Backed it up was Hoy, but that was right to Harmon. Hatboro to midfield. Good kick there for Lubas. Still at midfield. And Whitemarsh should be able to handle that. Now for Caleb Hudson. Plymouth Whitemarsh back on it with Elgart. 10 seniors playing in their final regular season match for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Most likely final varsity match, considering this is the regular season finale. PW number 32 in the District 1 4A rankings. Probably not enough time to come back. That 6-match losing streak not too long ago. Costly. Also included 1-0 loss at Cheltenham. Even had a 3-1 loss against Springfield Township. I believe that was Springfield Township's only conference win entering October 18th. On October 2nd, which you saw on CITV, it was 1-1 at halftime. PW actually scored first in that game in the first 6 minutes. But Jacoby Sandcroft couldn't do anything after that. Now the sideline, Sandcroft with 13:20 to go in regulation. Hatboro-Horsham 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. You're watching Suburban One American Boys Soccer Senior Night on Colonial Instructional Television. the educational program network of Colonial School District, Pennsylvania. W now with a good look, perhaps, from the sideline near the box, near the 18. Now in there for Strickland. Good job there for Matt Harmon of Hatboro, but can't clear it completely. Clears it to midfield at Plymouth Whitemarsh. Couple of defenders there. There was Hudson there as well for Hatboro-Horsham, number 36 in white and red. Oh, good stop there for the Hatters. But Lubis is there. Eric Luba. McNally back to Max Lubis. Lubis puts some air on it. McNally, who has scored this season. PW looking for goal number 23 on the year. Have given up 28. The Colonials gave up a total of 29 in 2017. 12:13 to go in the game. Sandcroft needs help. He trips. And it will remain with the Colonials. There was a good call by the official. It was just incidental. PW will throw it in though. Not too far from the 18. On the Hatboro-Horsham side. Kim is on the right of the goal. And PW causes that to go out. 11:38 to go in regulation. Hatboro-Horsham 1. Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. Time slipping away. Zach Kim has done a brilliant job. Plymouth Whitemarsh is still threatening though. Got 11:18 to get at least one without allowing another. Headed there by Luba. McNally, a nice swift kick. Push against Cordero of Hatboro. Plymouth Whitemarsh near midfield with the kick. Tommy Hoy. Hoy will launch it toward the box, but headed by Hatboro. McNally's on it at the top for Kraft. Now Hoy. Sandcroft tried to give it back to Hoy. Sandcroft for one, but it will be Matt Harmon instead. And Smith should be there, as Jason Saplicki could not run after it for the Hatters. So Hatboro-Horsham scored with 23:38 to go. I think that was a goal to the right side of the net. And Plymouth Whitemarsh during that sequence looked for whistles, never got it. Hatboro-Horsham did a great job not playing until a whistle. And that's why the score is 1-0 with 10 minutes to go in regulation. Favor of the visiting Hatters, Hatboro-Horsham. With Whitemarsh still doing a good job having coverage near midfield, which is why there hasn't really been any breakaways. But now Hatboro looking to clear. Sandcroft doesn't want to lose on his senior night. Here at Colonial Stadium. About 9 years ago, there was an October evening, 2009, in which Plymouth Whitemarsh lost 1-0 to Cheltenham in controversy, in which Plymouth Whitemarsh got calls that clearly shouldn't have been called. And Cheltenham benefited from what could have been a few PKs that weren't awarded. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Hatboro in white, PW in dark blue. Hatboro-Horsham still has not scored 4 goals in the game this season. That goal with 23:38 to go was only the 21st on the season. Hatboro last season had a stretch, I think, had back-to-back games with at least 6 or 7 goals. Hatboro had been much stronger last year. That was taken by Victor Bucafari of the Hatters. Plymouth Whitemarsh still not giving in with 8:16 to go. Plymouth Whitemarsh, of course, coming off a 4-0 win at Upper Moreland to ruin Upper Moreland senior night on October 16th. Hatboro-Horsham senior night was ruined 3-0 against Suburban American champ first-year member Abington, which lost to PW in the first round of playoffs last year. Kicked, and it'll be a throw-in from the corner for Plymouth Whitemarsh. And a few more players for each team will check in. Sandcroft looked to throw it in. Moncton, one of the players to come back. Bibic Moncton, number 5, and dark for PWS senior. Fed there to Goldman, Ethan Goldman, getting tangled up. There was Nico Dillman, Lubis, now to Dillman, now to McNally, trying to find Moncton, has to go a different direction. Hoy with 7 minutes to go in regulation. PW needs a goal, can't give up any more. Hoy lost his footing. Hatboro-Horsham will look to clear. Lubis trying to do his best to stop it. Wow, what a stop! And now here's an opportunity for Goldman. Sandcroft. Moncton for PW. Bibic Moncton with 6:37 to go in regulation. Hatboro-Horsham and White 1. Plymouth Whitemarsh and Dark 0. Hatboro-Horsham none in the first, 1 in the second. PW's none in the first, also 0 in the second. Now that's out to the Hatters. PW there, read it off beautifully by Vion. Rich Vion. Midfield for Max Lubith Jr. Dillman. And that will be easy pickings. Oh, off the chest of Kim. Now we'll pick it up. Good chase, though, for Goldman. Could have taken it with both hands, but he knew what he was doing. Under 6 minutes to play. Still 1-0 Hatboro-Horsham on the goal with 23:38 to go. They'll be thrown in for PW, looking to go quick. A really good sequence here. Could be leading to something interesting for Hatboro-Horsham, though, and that is out of play. Corner for the Hatters. I believe the third of the game. And PW nearly fell asleep on that sequence. 5:10 to go. Clock continues to run. It doesn't stop unless there's an injury. Or I believe a goal as well. Cannot give up one here. They put it inside, and there's Ryan Cole. 2-0 Hatters with 4:52. Beautifully executed by the senior midfielder. What a effort for Cole. With 4:52 to go. And now it's a possibility that if PW scores, this will be the 5th straight 2-1 game in favor of Hatboro. But 4:52 is still enough time. You can score twice in a minute. And now Hatboro red looking to crash the party. Goal is credited to Ryan Cole. Now there's McNally. He's tripped. Hatboro fans appreciate that. Looked like it was just the ball. And Kim able to get in the midfield off the head of Moncton with 4:17 to go. Spencer Berg, now the Sandcroft. PW gets a goal within the next minute without giving up another. PW still has a shot. That remains in play. Elgart will, though, head it out of play. 3:57 to go in regulation. Hatboro-Horsham has just made it from PW has a chance to Hatboro-Horsham is a really good shot at win number 10 of the season. Last 3 years for Kyle McGrath's squad have been very, very good, historically good. Hatboro-Horsham, before the move to Suburban 1 American, had not fared well in the league. In Suburban 1 Continental, 5th, 6th, and last place finishes in the Continental Conference, including a last place finish in the Continental in 2012 at 2-12 and 4-14 overall. 3:19 to go in regulation. The next edition of CITV Sports is to be determined, most likely the circumstances permit. Wednesday, October 24th, second round of District 1 3A field hockey as the Lady Colonials appear to get a first round bye. Go to PIAAD1.org to find out possibilities of where the team could end up. And now 2:39 to go in regulation. Emperor looking to get the cherry on top here with various toppings and whipped cream. That is Andrew Hurl. And 2:22 remaining. Tom Kraft will come in. Mockton might be coming off the field for the last time for Plymouth Whitemarsh. PW just looking to get something on the board for the seniors. 2 minutes to go. Regulation. Hatboro-Horsham about to clinch a playoff spot for the third straight season and get its third straight 10-win campaign. Not bad for a program. Struggled to get 4, 5, 6 wins in conference play as a Suburban 1 Continental team. Minute 35 to go. Hatboro-Horsham looking to record its 5th shutout of the season. The Hatters have been shut out 4 times. Not here. Headed in there! And Elgart. There was an argument also of Hoy. Elgart thought he would have it. PW will get the corner with a minute to go. You know, if PW gets a goal in the next 10 seconds, this could be interesting. There's the cross. The header is still in play, though. Another throw-in for the Colonials with 47 seconds. Sandcroft. Kim. It's out of play anyway. 36 seconds left, and that might be PW's last chance of preventing its first shutout in 2 seasons here in Plymouth Meeting, that is. PW's been shut out a few times this year, but hasn't been shut out in Plymouth Meeting since 2016. Substitution will be allowed. The clock had stopped. Referee signaled for a stop. Now we'll be back in. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. I'd also like to thank all the Media Production Club students for their hard work during this regular season. Also thank you to AV technician Tom Peeler for bringing the coverage this season. And we look forward to doing playoffs if the circumstances permit in the week of October 22nd. Headed in there! And that, ladies and gentlemen, should do it. PW will be shut out at home. And for the first time since September of 2016, PW is shut out in Plymouth Meeting. And that's how PW's senior night ends. Hatboro-Horsham picks up its 3rd consecutive 10-win season with a 2-0 win over the Colonials. Got goals with 23:38 to go, and Ryan Cole put in the game winner. Or the cherry on top with 4:52 to go in regulation. That will do it here from Plymouth Meeting. That's another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. For more information regarding CITV programming, visit colonialsd.org/community/CITV.